The 380 ACP was a creation of John Moses Browning, and the little cartridge was designed for the compact pistols of the time. 380 ACP was the right size for a small gun and could work with simple blowback systems without excessive recoil. A .380 pistol can effectively stop an attacker. However, larger calibers such as 9mm and .45 ACP will be more effective and more forgiving with accuracy. Shot placement and closer range will help with using a .380, but those two conditions are not always a choice with self-defense. Simply put, the .380 ACP cartridge isn't as powerful compared to the standard 9mm cartridge, which is the gold standard for self-defense in our eyes. However, it provides about as much stopping power as a .38 special cartridge, though this is somewhat dependent on the barrel length, ammunition load, and so on. All this is to say that a .380 ACP cartridge is definitely enough to stop an attacker, especially if you know how to shoot for center mass. Regardless, a gun you can comfortably wear on your hip or in a concealed carry holster is always better than a gun you have to leave at home. Springfield Armory 911 Compact Pistol. Weighing in at only 12.6 ounces, the 911 has a 2.7 inches barrel and an overall length of 5.5 inches. With this small size, the 911 is geared for comfortable concealed carry without adding too much size and weight. Unlike a 1911, the 911 lacks a grip safety on the backstrap but does retain a few similar controls for those versed in that 1911. This includes the slide catch on the left side of the frame, exposed hammer and bilateral safety. The barrel and slide of the 911 are made of stainless steel while the frame is made of aluminum. Yet, not all of the normal components are made of metal as might be expected. Part of the way Springfield managed to save weight in the design was with the inclusion of more G10 in the construction, which includes the use of G10 for the front and back strap as well as the trigger shoe. The trigger itself is single action, with a pull weight of 4 pounds 8 ounces. The recoil system on the 911 9mm utilizes a full-length guide rod and features a flat wire spring, while the 3 inches 416 stainless steel barrel delivers uncanny accuracy for a gun of its size. Glock 42. The Glock 42 is a pocket pistol-sized firearm intended for concealed carry. The lightweight gun comes in at 12.17 ounces, and it can be easily carried in near any manner you choose. With the right holster, it's a safe and comfortable pocket pistol. With an IWB rig, it's as close to invisible as a gun can get. Heck, the gun is so small it disappears with an OWB rig. Small and light 380 ACPs are snappy and often painful to shoot and handle. With that being said, the Glock 42 isn't the smallest gun on the market, but it's a much easier shooting handgun because of it. Glock's little 380 found an excellent way to be easy to conceal and carry while remaining easy to shoot. Like every other Glock on the market, the Glock 42 makes it easy to find holsters, triggers, aftermarket magazines, and beyond. Ruger LCP II 380. If you like the LCP but wish it were just a bit more ergonomic, look at its first cousin, the LCP II. Ruger, as it usually does, listened to its customers and dealers and brought out the LCP II. While the LCP was a popular pistol, the LCP II is a refined and much improved version. A polymer-framed pistol with a 2.75 barrel, it weighs just 10.6 ounces and has a magazine capacity of 6, with 1 in the chamber. The Ruger LCP II is a fantastic option for people looking for an easily concealed 380 ACP pistol. It is surprisingly accurate, considering its size, and plenty reliable for self-defense. Textured grip frame provides a secure and comfortable grip. Larger grip frame surface provides better distribution of recoil forces. Fixed front and rear sights are integral to the slide, while the hammer is recessed within the slide. Rugged construction with through-hardened steel slide in one piece, high performance, glass-filled nylon grip frame. SIG Sauer P238. The SIG Sauer P238 is a compact 380 ACP caliber. It is modeled after the M1911, similar to the Colt Mustang. Grip panels are fluted polymer, making this an all-metal frame firearm in competition with plastic-framed pistols in the same class like the Ruger LCP and the Kel-Tec P338. Initially, P238 pistols had standard sights with night sights as a more expensive option. However, all models currently produced have night sights standard. Starting in 2012, many variants have an ambidextrous thumb safety standard or as an opt. The slide is stainless steel, and the frame is an aluminum alloy. The two metals combine to make this small handgun tip the scales at 15.2 ounces, with a barrel length of 2.7 long. It also just happens to be the best looking gun on this shortlist. Aesthetics always take a backseat to functionality, but you can't argue with a good looking gun. Smith & Wesson M&P Shield EZ 380 ACP. While the grip may be a little square for some shooters, the petite size and easy slide makes this gun a great CCW option for smaller humans. It's also got a polymer frame, which keeps it lightweight. The SN Shield 380 lives up to its easy name. It's easy to rack and shoot and is very manageable on recoil. A big part of it's due to its larger frame, which might make it not as ideal for deep concealment as other .380 pistols. Another thing to note about this gun is the light trigger. While it makes shooting easier, it can be a disadvantage when it comes to safety. That's especially if it's intended for concealed carry. Still, that largely depends on your preference and purpose. On the whole, this is 1.380 buddy that's as reliable as it is premium looking. Kel-Tec P238. The P238 is a bare-bones pocket pistol. Manufactured in Florida, Kel-Tecs are very popular with shooters. Besides the 380, Kel-Tec also makes a nice 32 ACP and two small 9mm pistols worth checking out. The P238 has an external extractor, attached with a Torx-type screw. This makes it easy to replace the extractor if you break one. There's no thumb safety, which I appreciate on pocket-type pistols. They're sometimes swiped off accidentally as the gun goes in or out of your pocket. The trigger pull is fairly long and stiff, which is in itself a form of safety. Mine was around 9 pounds. Aside from the non-locking slide, one thing I'd want to improve on this pistol is the sights. They're way too small, clearly compromised for the smaller gun profile. Aside from that, it worked perfectly. So, if you're looking for an inexpensive pocket 380 ACP pistol that's made in the US, then the P238 is one to consider. Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard 380. This gun shoots pretty much like other small, two fingers on the grip 380s. The grip texturing is okay. Although, I prefer grips that feel like somebody glued 100 grit sandpaper to the gun. I use stair-step no-slip tape from the hardware store or stipple my plastic grips if that gives you an idea of the traction I prefer. The Bodyguard isn't quite there, but it's not bad. The laser is a bit hard to use much past about 5 yards due to the bounce it gets from the recoil, but at least it's included. Once sighted in, it's useful. You just have to gorilla grip the little gun to hold the red dot on the target. As with lasers on any handgun, there's more sight picture jumpiness than if you were using iron sights. With that, practice is the key. As a concealed carry gun, the long trigger pull is more of a safety feature than an annoyance. After all, it wouldn't seem that long a pull when you're in a fight or flight situation. CAR CW 380. Standing out as one of the smallest on this list, CAR isn't a brand you hear a lot, but this is definitely an option you should consider. It weighs just over 10 ounces with a barrel length of 2.5. The trigger on it is smooth with a clean break, and the sights are also really good. This is the budget model that CAR offers, with an MSRP in the $447 range. I can say that the ones I've fired were picky about the type of ammo they shoot. After performing an in-depth review on one, I found that certain types of ammo didn't cycle properly, to include steel-cased, some hollow points, and really high-end self-defense ammo.